Welcome back, my beautiful light beings. Welcome back to the channel. This is Mystics Tea Time, and if you're new here, come on down and sit with us, join us. Hello, my name is adielarosa. I am a spiritual advisor, a practicing witch, a healer from thestrangehaven.com, and here on this channel I make spiritual related videos like this one, as well as timeless tarot readings, monthly tarot readings, pick a card readings, channeled messages, all of that good stuff. So if that resonates with you, if that sounds nice and juicy, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and while you're at it, click the bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops, okay? And without further ado, grab your tea, get your notebook, and let's get into this video. Okay, you guys, so today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a very powerful mind spell that you guys can use to manifest your dreams, your dream self, your dream home, your dream body, your dreams, your goals, okay? And so the purpose of this spell is going to be making a shift in your psyche, okay? Planting a new way of thinking, planting new ideas, creating a shift in your mind. And this is also referred to as mind magic or head magic. So this video is going to be in the context of how to do this spell, but I always want to encourage you guys to stay inspired and put your own spin on it. It's always more powerful when you do so. So take what resonates, leave the rest, all right? Try to find a connection to what makes sense to you rather than what I'm exactly doing here in this video. So what are we exactly doing in this spell? We are going to be creating an imaginary plant that exists on some level of the same dimension or existence that you exist on. So it's not necessarily imaginary because energy is real, okay? But it's going to be a plant that you only know and can see, all right? And that might sound a little bit weird, but what we're doing here is we're creating a new thought process in the form of a plant. And we're gonna get into it, okay, you guys? I know that might sound a little bit too weird, but the idea here is to create new ideas, a new way of thinking, start planting seeds, okay, that is gonna help us grow our new manifestations. So that is gonna require us going deeper into our imagination, playing with visualization and this symbolic, dreamlike language of our minds and our subconscious. So what do you need to actually perform this spell? The basic materials, you're going to need a jar of some sort. So it can be a reusable jar, you can use an old spaghetti jar, a honey jar, baby food jar, or even a mason jar like this one. It doesn't have to be all super fancy. This is just my, fancy mind magic jar that I use. But you're gonna need a jar for sure, okay? A candle of some sort, and some water, and pen and paper. So if you wanna go the whole shebang here and go a little bit further, you will need 4 more candles, okay? 4 more candles, color corresponding to your own intentions, so altogether 5 candles. Stick candles, or whatever candles you guys feel called to use. Also herbs. I'll be using my Money Magnet Manifestation Herb Mix here from thestrangehaven.com. But you guys can pick whatever herbs that you guys feel called to use or that align with your intentions of this spell. You can also use oils. I'll be using my Money Magnet intentional oil here just to amplify my intentions. But you guys can use whatever oil that you guys want to. This is also from my shop, thestrangehaven.com. Other things that you can use is crystals. I'll be using an amethyst crystal. Amethyst is great for mind work, okay, for working with the psyche. So I always love using amethyst when I'm doing these types of spells. and glitter. Glitter is one thing that I love to use in spells. I don't know, it just, you know, makes me feel like something's happening, that I'm putting a touch of my own magic on it. So whatever you guys think that will amplify the glitz and glams of this spell, go ahead and add it, okay? It's all up to you. So, before we get into all of this magic here, I do want to note that everything that I am going to be using in this spell will be linked down below in the description box in case you guys want to take a further look. Now, how long is this spell? How long are you going to work this spell? I like doing this spell for 5 to 10 days. You guys can choose whatever number of days feels comfortable to you guys, all right? But I usually do 5 to 10 days. Now, step 1, I like to prep everything before I start, okay? So that's like rearranging the candles and everything. I like having a plate. So this part of the spell, you want to kind of rearrange all of your candles into place. And you guys can be as intentional as you guys want to with the placements of your candles. It doesn't really matter. I always say, like, hey, whatever you feel is right, okay? So I like to set up my candles kind of in the directions of north, south, east to activate the energy points of our grid. So you guys can pick and choose however, you know, you guys want to arrange your candles, but get ready, okay, for the ceremony. Prepare. So you want to take your main candle that you're using and have it direct and face you, especially if you're using a mind candle or like a skull candle like this one. I sell these in my shop. I have them in every color, check them out. But I'll be using this blue skull candle for like my main center candle here for this spell. And I like it to face me and look at me, all right? After you got everything set up, everything is in its place and ready to go, all right, for the ceremony, for the ritual, I want you guys to go into meditation. So before this, you guys can even set the vibe even more with incense. You can burn some incense. You can, you know, do some rounds on your singing bowl to clear the energy, light some sage of anything. I like to kind of clear and set the vibe of my space that I'm doing the spell in, at my altar or whatever. But now we're going into meditation. This is step 2. After you've prepped everything, we're going into a meditation. And I want you guys to really think about the shift that you are going to create within your mind. Because this video is in the context that you're doing this for yourself, okay? To plant more seeds into your yourself. And so this jar, I really want you to think of this jar as your head, you, okay? This candle is you, this jar is you, okay? So I really want you to think in your mind what shift you are trying to create, what life, what manifestation are you trying to create here? If it's to lose weight, if it's to promote more love of self, to have confidence, to heal yourself, to just create a new thought process because you down talk yourself so much, or you have a negative outlook on life right now. What does that look like? I want you to meditate on it, okay? And really see it as if it exists already, all right? So if it's trying to lose weight, see yourself 30 pounds lighter, or however pounds lighter that you want to be. If it's loving yourself more and giving more care and love to yourself. What does that look like? Really see yourselves in that scenarios. If it's driving a new car, if it's in a new house, if it's with healthy people or in a healthy relationship, see yourself in those scenarios. And I suggest to take probably 10 to 20 minutes in this type of meditation to really get yourself in that vibe, okay? So step 3, we're gonna start coming out of our meditation to create the seeds that we're going to be planting inside of the mind, inside of our mind. So this is you, right? I want you guys to really connect and make that connection and that reality that this is you. It's also the planter's pot, okay? So this is, I also want you to see this as like a planter pot as well, right? So as we come out of meditation, we're going to write down all of our seeds. So I like to do I have, my life type of affirmations because we're dealing with a thought process, thoughts, beliefs we are trying to plant inside of here. So take time to write down your beliefs about your new narrative that you created, your new life, your new body, you know, write it as if it already exists. Okay, now that you have written all of your seeds in I have, my life type of format, okay, you're gonna fold it and you're gonna put it aside. Now step 4, we're going to start cultivating the pot, cultivating the mind, getting it prepared to take these new seeds, okay? Getting the environment healthy in there so these seeds can grow. So I want you to think whatever you put into this pot, it's to nurture, it's to help grow and bring forth and sprout these manifestations, okay? So I like to start with the herbs. I'm using, again, my money magnet herbal mix here for manifestation. And I like to touch the herbs. I like to communicate with them. This money magnet herbal mix comes with crystals in it, pyrite to be exact. But I like to, and you know, throughout the 5 to 10 days, you guys can, you know, add more herbs. I want you to think of it as that you're adding food to this plant, okay? But I like to connect with the herbs. And you're gonna put it in your pot, okay? And the oil, you can put a couple drops of oil in. I'm using, again, my money magnet oil here. And the crystal, I'm gonna save my glitter for the very last end. But I'm gonna put my crystal in here. This is gonna help amplify and grow these new thoughts, these new ideas, this new reality, okay? Because we create our reality, right, with our minds. I think I'm going to add a little bit of oil on each of my candles here. Smells so good. Step 5, we are going to start the ceremony. Begin to kind of activate this energy within us and activate the candles and the pot. And we're going to start by lighting our candles, so you guys can be very intentional again where these candles are placed. It doesn't really matter, it just needs to matter to you. So we can light our candles. So for step 6, we're going to speak this new narrative into existence. We're going to speak it out into the universe. And that includes you, okay? Because you are part of the universe. So this is the part of the ritual, part of the spell, where we are really affirming to everything that exists that this is into motion. This is already into existence. Okay, so we're going to speak our affirmations, our seeds out in front of the candles, in front of our water here. That is going to help grow our seeds. So it's kind of just like activating everything here. And really get into it, okay? Really get into it and feel it. This is the type of spell that you kind of want to do alone, in the dark, in your altar. No one's gonna, by your altar, no one's gonna interrupt you, okay? So once you have spoken it out into existence, you're gonna fold your seeds. However which way, I like folding it towards me, okay? 3 times, numbers, and be very intentional with your candles. I like to pick 5 candles for this spell because 5 is symbolic for sudden shift, sudden change, and that's exactly what we're trying to do here. And I like to fold my paper 3 times because that means that I am creating something. That's what it means to me. So for this step 7, we are going to plant our seed and we're going to water it. So now we're putting it inside of our pot, okay? You can even put it underneath the crystal or whatever. I'm gonna put mine under the crystal here. So put your seeds inside. It is in the pot. So now we're going to water our plant just a tiny bit, okay? And this water is gonna sit on our altar next to our plant the whole 5, 10 days, however long you choose to do this spell. This is the water that you're going to use. It's been charged with us affirming it. It has a purpose already. It knows its purpose. So you're just going to water your seed a little bit, a tiny bit now, okay? Because this water is gonna have to last us. Now, last but not least, I love giving my spells some glitz and some glam. I love working with glitter. It just kind of makes me feel like the magic. Ooh, let me not start a fire here on my channel. But I like to use a little glitter here on my spells because it just makes me feel like I am, just putting a spin of my magic on here. I just love the glitz and glam. So you guys, whatever you think that will amplify your spell, put your own spin on it, It's always more powerful there. We're working with the mind and the subconscious. And it doesn't have to be exactly from the book or from the video. You can put your own spin on it. For step 8, we are going to close up the top. And now it's time to get into our visualization, our imagination, and help grow this into existence. We're going to take our pot and we're going to hold it over the flames, okay? And we're going to tell this plant that I love you, I nourish you, and I will help you grow. I love you, I nourish you, and I will help you grow. And after you're done with that, I want you to sit with this pot. And you're gonna do that every single day, okay? Take some time out of your day to sit at your altar whenever you have time to hold this plant, light the candles again, hold the plant over your candles and you tell it that you love it, that you will nurture it, and that you will help it grow. And then you're gonna sit with your pot and you're gonna you can close your eyes or you can stare at the pot, and you're going to visualize these seeds taking root, all right, within the soil, within the water. You're going to visualize it taking root, the seed breaking out and the roots growing out into the soil of the pot, all right? If there's multiple seeds in there, if you want to visualize it being multiple seeds, you see them just bursting and roots are growing within that soil. Now by the 5th, the 10th day, this should be a full-blown plant growing, flourishing. blossoming, all right? Producing fruit falling off all over it. By the 10th day, okay, it should be a full-grown plant. So every day I want you to sit down at your altar and see it grow just a little bit more. And each plant is gonna look different, all right? Each plant, it's however you want it to look, however it starts to bloom within your mind, all right? So by the 11th day, I want you to, by the 10th day, I want you to go out and bury it. This can be optional. You don't have to bury it. You can dispose of it if you want to, but I actually love putting my spells in the ground. So you're gonna take this pot and you're gonna dump the remains. You're gonna repot your plant out in your backyard, at a park, in front of your house somewhere. You can even put it in a actual flower plant if that's what you want. Keep it in your room. But this plant, I like to plant it in places where I'm walking by, or I look out the window and I see where I've planted it. And so you know that plant exists and that it's flourishing and it's growing. And this plant will also let you know when you're not taking care of it, you know? So I always suggest to plant it in a place where you'll be able to walk past it and see it and visit it. All right, you guys, so that is the video, that is the spell. This spell is very powerful. Remember to water your plant and to chant your prayer that you will love it and you will nourish it and that you will help grow these manifestations into reality, okay? But that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you end up trying this spell, let me know how it went, all right? If you guys have any suggestions on other upcoming spells that you guys want me to do or share with you guys, my spin on it, I will definitely do so. Just let me know down below and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace. I just love staring at the flames. It just brings me into such peace, you know? So relaxing, so meditative. Do you see that? I love reading candles as well. See how it's just spilling out the back of the head? That's powerful.